What if one of Star Trek's most bizarre pieces of technology wasn't as far-fetched as it seems? What if the key to jumping across space in an instant wasn't warp speed, but mushrooms? Sounds absurd, right? But here's the kicker. The creator of the revolutionary spore drive in Star Trek Discovery is named after a real person, and not just anyone. A real-world scientist who actually studies mushrooms. So, what's the connection between cutting-edge science fiction and the quiet world of mycology? And how did a real man end up having a fictional version of himself navigating a starship through a mycelial network? Trust me, you want to stick around for this one. Hi, I'm Stu Jackson and welcome aboard Hailing Frequencies, your go-to source for all things Star Trek and science fiction. Whether it's breaking news from across the galaxy or little-known nuggets of trivia. If it's Trek, it's on this channel. Now, if you caught my recent videos breaking down the newly revealed Season 3 trailer for Strange New Worlds, you'll know how excited I am for the new season. But today, we're diving back into Discovery, the show that dared to push the boundaries of Starfleet technology in a way that fans were scratching their heads over. Perhaps laughing, and then asking, wait, is that actually based on something real? Because here's the wild part. The character of Paul Stamets, Discovery's Spore Drive expert and astromycologist, isn't just a random sci-fi name. He was named after a real person, a real mycologist, a man who believes that fungi could hold the key to everything from ecological healing to, yes, possibly even new modes of travel. So let's dig into the weird, the wonderful, and the truly wild origin of Star Trek Discovery's Spore Drive. Engage curiosity mode. When Star Trek Discovery launched, it made some bold choices, from its storytelling to its tech. But none raised more eyebrows than the introduction of the Spore Drive, a means of near instantaneous travel through a vast subspace mycelial network. It was a leap even beyond warp drive, and it left many fans wondering, where on earth did that idea come from? Enter Paul Stamets. In the show, Lieutenant Commander Paul Stamets is a brilliant and slightly prickly astromycologist, a scientist who studies space fungi. But what many people don't realise is that the name isn't a coincidence. The character was named after the real-world mycologist Paul Stamets, a passionate and eccentric advocate for the potential of fungi to revolutionise science, medicine, and yes, even human consciousness. The real Paul Stamets has spent decades studying the hidden power of mushrooms. His work includes using fungi for environmental cleanup, disease treatment, and exploring their complex communication systems. He has theorized that the fungal networks, the mycelium, form a kind of natural internet beneath our feet, connecting plants and trees in an underground web of information exchange. Sound familiar? That concept was the seed for Discovery's Spore Drive. Writers took inspiration from Stamets' research and asked, what if this mycelial network extended beyond Earth? What if it spanned space and could be used to travel? Thus, the fictional Paul Stamets was born, a character who explores the universe not through warp coils or dilithium, but through spores, DNA, and a mushroom-based propulsion system. And here's a fun twist. The real Stamets was actually thrilled. He gave his blessing for the use of his name and has even appeared on panels with the Discovery cast to talk about the science behind the fiction. It's one of those rare moments where Star Trek doesn't just inspire real science, it actively borrows from it. And while we're probably not hopping through mushroom space anytime soon, the idea that something as humble as fungi could hold cosmic potential, I mean, that's pure Trek. So the next time someone tells you Star Trek is just make believe, you can remind them that sometimes it grows straight out of reality, and sometimes that reality is covered in spores. So, what do you think? Does the idea of a mushroom powered starship tickle your curiosity? Had you heard of the real Paul Stamets before Discovery aired? I'd love to hear your thoughts, theories, or favourite fungi facts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this little dip into Trek trivia, hit that like button and let the algorithm know that you want more. And don't forget to subscribe to Hailing Frequencies and ring the bell so you never miss an update from across the final frontier. Whether it's warp drives, wormholes, or wild mushroom theories, I'm here to make sure your curiosity is always engaged. I'm Stu Jackson, and this has been your weekly wave of Trek Trivia. So my girlfriend often says that I'm very much like a mushroom. Why? Because I'm a fun guy. Sorry.